One thing I love is a good UFO story. It's my most favorite topic over anything else in the whole wide world, and probably the biggest conspiracy in the world as well. But what if I told you that I may have caught a UFO off the coast of the town that I live in? Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. If you don't know what's going on here, I'm a horror artist and I like to draw what I talk about in the video, although the illustration today is not very horror-y, but was that even a word? But anyway, and today's video is about my own personal experience that I had. Actually, there's a couple I will talk about today. That I had an experience with a potential UFO off the coast of where I live. Now, the footage I took was a few years ago on the 19th of June 2021 in Hervey Bay, Queensland, Australia. Now, this is where I live. Now, this was at 5:12 p.m. in the Arvo, and me and my partner and our dog Tyson decided to go down to the Esplanade to wait there for our pizzas, to be cooked. We got pizzas that night. And just to kill a bit of time, we decided to go and look out over the beach and over the ocean because it is quite lovely there. So we got out of the car and we had a bit of a look around. There was people everywhere. Ended up looking up into the sky, and this is when I saw this tic-tac shaped object hovering quite far over the coast. Like it was quite a distance away, but you could still see it. So I got my phone out and started filming just in case, because you know I'm pretty alert to this sort of stuff. I have always got my radar on for looking for suspicious shit in the sky. I honestly thought it was a star. So I was kind of like, no, that's just a star. But I kept filming for about 3 odd minutes. I stopped filming and I took some photos as well, zoomed right in. When I took the photos, I could see the shading around this particular object. And, you know, the video that I will show you in a minute goes for about 3 minutes, and you'll hear me and my partner talking in the background and also talking to our dog, our English Staffy, Tyson, who just continually sooks through the whole video. And I just don't understand why no one else saw this particular thing in the sky, and it just sort of blows me away. So I'll stop the drawing that I'm doing right now, and I will just have the video of what we saw on the screen, and watch it and let me know what you think, and then after that I will put the photos up. That is a suspicious white thing in the sky. That looks like a UFO. It's just hovering there. How is nobody seeing this? Wish I could zoom in even more, but I can't. I'm maxed out.
Well, take a picture of it and then zoom in.
Well, no, I'm recording it.
Stop recording.
No, it's the same. It's the same with the picture. It didn't go in any further.
It's just a old jet stream, I reckon.
No, it's not. An old jet stream does not sit there like that and be a ball.
I see.
That is the weirdest thing.
I see. Right. boy. Alright, son.
See, it's just hovering there, and in the sun.
I can't get a good picture of it.
No,
it keeps my phone. So
yeah, mine's jumping around too. Even though I'm
fragile.
like holding it still, it's still jumping around. But it's just like you can even see the sun hitting it and giving it that glint. So there's definitely something in the sky. But I'm surprised no one's looking at it. I know it's
Give a shit with that.
not hard to see, but
But that's not on everyone's radar like it was.
no, it's on my radar all the time. I will now put the pictures up of what I saw that no one else saw. Now I will zoom in even more into the photo, and this is what I saw. Now, it is true what my partner actually said in the video. No one probably gives a fuck about what is in the sky, and it's not on their radar like it is with me. So, but this was the one that really stood out to me out of all the anomalies that I have photographed, like this and videoed. This thing just blew me away, because I honestly think that it was something. It was not a star, because it wasn't twinkling. Just looks like a tic-tac object. Now, I'm one of these people that, you know, when I get up early in the morning around 2 to 3 a.m. to get up to, say, go to the toilet, I will walk into our window in the walk-in robe, and I will just sit there and look at the sky for a few minutes sometimes, depending on how tired I am, because we have actually got a cattle farm over the back of us. There's a highway, and then there's a massive cattle farm with hundreds of acres. There's a river that runs through it, and there has apparently been a lot of UFO activity that we've been told about over in the paddock. Now, we haven't heard of any cattle mutilations or anything like that, but my friend's mother just lives down the road from us. She had a guy pull her up and actually tell her, and she was coming up to the roundabout, and this guy like pulled her up and just said, hey, there is the UFOs in the paddock again over there. Like, he was basically saying, they're in that paddock again, they're over there again, what are they doing? Basically sounding like a little bit of a crackpot. But even my friend's mother went, yeah, whatever. But then I ended up seeing this, and this is facing the paddock one night. Me and my partner, we decided to go out, and because we like to, you know, look at the starry sky, and we saw this now. Now, I took a photo of this, and have a look at this square object that was hovering over the paddock. Now, this was huge. Like, it was too big to be a star, and it did end up sort of moving a little bit, and it kind of terrified me. So this sort of, like, at first I was like, oh, whatever, there's no aliens in that paddock over there. But then when I saw that night, I was like, oh shit, maybe this is true. Then our next door neighbors who are over the back of us tell us stories all the time about UFO lights in this paddock, and they have got footage and photos as well. So this is quite terrifying if we live beside a paddock where there's UFO activity. I hope to God they don't come over here. Please don't come over here. And if you do abduct me, I have questions. So be prepared for some questions that I'm going to ask you. But anyway, back onto the story of the one off the Esplanade. Now, the weird thing was, what changed my mind about it not being a star was the fact that probably about 5 minutes after I stopped filming, this thing just disappeared. As the night sky got darker, it faded away and it was no longer there. I'm not saying it's definitely a UFO. I don't think it was a star, but there's shading. Like, there is shading around this tic-tac object, and for it to just fade away and not stay there even when it got darker, like it just went. No, I don't think it's, yeah, I don't think it's a star. It's definitely something. It's definitely some sort of anomaly. And it just hovered there. It didn't move. It just hovered and then just faded out. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm batshit crazy? I think I'm batshit crazy. But anyway, yeah, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think that this could possibly be a UFO? Now, we have had quite a few UFO footage off the coast of this of Hervey Bay. It's even been on the TV show called Close Encounters Down Under, which I mentioned in the previous video. There was a lady who saw a light that zoomed around. Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit that's happened here. So, yeah, quite interesting. So, yeah, I decided for the illustration to do for this video today, which I absolutely hate. I hate this illustration. I completely ruined it. I decided to do my own version of the tiktak object of the alien who is just hovering over the ocean, but I decided to try to do glass reflection on the UFO and completely screwed it up, so I ended up having to go over it and trying to wipe most of that out. And that's why I hate the illustration, because I completely fucked it with that. So, yeah, I'm very disappointed. But anyway, just a shorter, simpler video today. I'm trying to catch up after the shit that I went through with my medication. I am trying to get a bit of a backlog again and trying to catch up on my work. So just a little shorter one today. And, yeah, like I said, let me know what you think about my footage and leave a comment below. So anyway, I am out of here and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.